right, welcome to a fresh morning, great morning, good morning over here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Charlie, my some extended holidays be from the videos from home. Extended holidays, Charlie. I had some crazy back pain and some tiredness, and I decided to slow down small with the videos from home because it was too much. It was too much, Charlie. But we are back. Was this a day or two? I think it was on Thursday in the men's shootout of park. And then also on Friday, was it so? I think Thursday and Friday, in the man videos. But we are back. We're back. And then Sunday we are in. And now it was early on at 6 a.m. While Love FM, we had a conversation. The video is there, of course, in Friday, and of course later in the night. And again, I was tempted to come back, and I'm saying, nah, let me rest last hour. Now, let's be up quickly and give you all the updates on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, then like we always do, we entreat you, say, subscribe to the channel on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Turn on notification. In the notification turn on, so I do choose all. Send anytime that there's content, you are first to have a tier on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. When there's content, you are first to have a tier on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. That will be a come pa. I was saying the Betway codes are ready. They're ready. Betway codes are ready. The team has sat together. The quality of matches in recent times, or from. To be very honest, for some days now, I've been trying to even stay away and not bring out codes. But Charlie, we have to be consistent with it, and we have to, in as much as the quality of matches are low, we have to try and push and see that we can get some success for you. But of course, the league is going to start very soon, and I don't know that we understand that Spanish La Liga, English Premier League, and our matches quality and also, and I will get good matches for you throughout the week. By now, codes are ready in the description of the video below. Description of this video, the codes are ready. Betway codes. Michelle, when I say Betway codes, somebody come and ask me again, Fifi, what code is it? Please, it is Betway. Nothing else but Betway. Please, it's Betway. Pick it up. Go and put it in your Betway app and give yourself a chance of winning. Let me say a big thank you to Yesumo Enterprise. It's a spare parts dealership shop at Abose Okain. Anytime that you need anything spare parts for any kind of car, please call Yesumo on 059-313-8221. 059-313-8221. If you're outside of Kumasi, they can deliver it to you any kind of spare parts. Yesumo deals in that very car. Go to Abose Okain post office and Yesumo will take care of you. He has the boys to get a job. And of course, if you want anything, jerseys, then my man is Champion Diego Jerseys. 054-6279-512. That's his contact. 054-6279-512. When you need anything jerseys, please call Diego Jerseys on these numbers for me. Quick, so that he can take good care of you. See, I like what Barcelona are doing with Rashford. Barcelona have gone to Japan for their preseason tour, and when they go to Japan now, in fact, from Spain straight to Japan, most of the focus was on Marcus Rashford, and it's because at the end of the day, they believe that they need to market Marcus, tap into the market that Marcus comes with, and then they can also make some revenue for it. I like what the Barcelona media they are doing. I think it's brilliant. It's brilliant that they're able to do stuff like that. But I chanced on certain statistics and data of Marcus Rashford. And I really think that Marcus Rashford will come good this season under Hansi Flick. I think it's going to be a very, very important player for Flick. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because when you look at Marcus Rashford, he has nothing to lose now. Life has brought him to a point where he really has to fight for a place. When you mentioned Lamine Yamal and Robert Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. But really, before there was Rafinha, before there was Lamine Yamal, there was a certain Marcus Rashford who was tearing apart the English Premier League. So life literally sometimes brings you to your knees like that, and you need to learn. You need to, grow up from there. See, Marcus Rashford is going to be a very versatile and important player for Barcelona. A player that has played 230 matches on the left wing for Barca. He has played 160 times as centre forward, not for Barca, 230 times on the left wing, twice Kaya. He has played 230 times. That's why that's his predominant position. That's a position where everybody believes that it's going to be the best position for Marcus Rashford on the left wing. as center forward, 160 times center forward, 5 times as an attacking midfielder, and 51 times as a right winger. I mean, it tells you, say, across the three positions of the front three, or the front four, Marcus Rashford can play all of them. It makes him very important. So if Rafinha gets injured, he's a natural winger for there. If Lamine Yamal gets injured and there's nobody, he's a natural winger for there. If Robert Lewandowski has issues of form or he gets injured, he's a natural player for that place in time as a number 10, also in the half space, in behind the striker. Again, he can play there. And that is real quality for Marcus Rashford, the kind of player that I think that Charlie, he will be very important to Barcelona. Also, see, Marcus Rashford gives you big game goals. Big game goals. That is what Marcus Rashford gives you. He played a lot of big matches in English Premier League. And against the top 6 sides in English Premier League, Marcus Rashford has 32 goals. 32 goals against the top 6 sides, and that's 12 assists for you. So when it comes to assists and goals, Marcus Rashford is the guy. He is the guy to give you assists and goals, and it's for the big games. For the big games, Marcus is really, really going to be there, and is going to give you those number of assists, those goals for you to go in there and feel like, Charlie, the Marcus guy is a solid guy. The Marcus guy is very, very good in terms of how he plays his game. What we are hearing is that Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Barcelona are going to take 2 things away from him. They're going to take one, the captaincy of the club. After say Marc-Andre ter Stegen himself came out into the media and then mentioned that he, as a goalkeeper, he knows when he's going to do his surgery and he knows when he's going to come out. The Barcelona management are not happy. They are not happy, and what we are hearing is that most likely, according to Sport, they are going to take away Marc-Andre ter Stegen's captaincy armband from me in the number 1. In fact, they want to give the number 1 jersey to Juan Garcia. They want to give the number 1 jersey to Abrante friend Juan Garcia. They believe that Juan Garcia is probably the next big thing out of the club. They believe that, Charlie, the kind of things Juan Garcia gives them as goalkeeper, shot stopping, cross claiming, saves, everything. They believe that it's Juan Garcia. So then, why would they allow themselves to not to give the number 1? They want to do everything to back Juan Garcia and let him know that, Charlie, he's the very, very important player for football club Barcelona. And of course, Barcelona Japan. And if I listen to Juan Laporta talking about the importance of how international clubs like Vitesse, Kobe, and the likes are related to them, they find it very, very exciting. And they like the fact that they are in Japan and they're having a very, very good. Of course, still, Barca have not officially registered Juan Garcia yet. They have still not registered Juan Garcia as of yet. Of course, definitely, Barca are going to register Juan Garcia. They are definitely going to see a way where they are going to register the young man to be their main goalkeeper in there for the season, especially after Marc-Andre ter Stegen is going to go on loan and they are going to take him off the wage structure that he submits to the La Liga. And then later on, when Marc-Andre ter Stegen recovers and comes back later, they will find a solution for Marc-Andre ter Stegen when it comes in as Barca goalkeeper. But on the other hand, in Madrid have registered the man that came from Portugal, a branch friend, Alvaro Carreras, on the left back area. Madrid have said several times that, Charlie, when it comes to left back, they had issues last season. One of the positions where they didn't have some of the best performances throughout the season was at the left back area. So there was a need to go onto the market and find somebody that came in that would deliver top quality performance in left back area, somebody that could play well. Then there was a former boy from the Castilla, young Madrista, who had gone on loan to, who had gone permanently to go and play for Portugal at Benfica. That's the guy that Madrid went in for in Alvaro Carreras. So Madrid have gone in for Alvaro Carreras. They have finalized the deal for Alvaro Carreras, and now they have registered Alvaro Carreras as their new left back for the 2025-2026 season, which is going to start just in a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks more. The Madrid, the season is going to start for everybody, of course, for everybody. Madrid, their assistants now, they are still on holidays. The conversation around whether the team is balanced enough or they should bring a midfielder, everybody knows that. See, when you describe midfielders, you talk about the likes of Jude Bellingham, who is more of a box-crashing midfielder. You talk about the likes of Enzo Fernandez, who are more of the connectors. Then there are the real tempo controllers, the Vitinhas, the Dani Ceballoses, the these guys are the real tempo controllers. These guys control the tempo of the game. The Pedris, the Frankie de Jongs, or the DLPs in the general sense of it. But Madrid don't seem to have someone like that. I mean, Orion Chimeni is a much more defensive midfielder than he fits the role of a DLP or a deep playmaker. And that's why people are saying that Madrid should find somebody. But it looks as if Xavi Alonso is saying that Charlie, he will manage with Orion Chimeni, see how good Orion Chimeni will come, and then later on come in and then give him some quality, bring Orion Chimeni to come in and come and play some good football. And maybe next summer they can bring you some more quality in their midfield, and then of course they'll be able to go in and then go and compete for other things, not just the Spanish La Liga. Of course, Madrid for next year, they want to make sure that they compete for the Spanish La Liga, but then some more things are so very, very important for them to go in and then go and compete for those things. Very, very important one as well. Charlie, see, today there have been good news for Chelsea Football Club. Good news. Now, why do I say this? My kind of for a couple of days now that there are two things that for me has to happen before Chelsea officially will finalize the deal for Xavi Simons and then Jorrel Hato. And that was the reason why I was a little bit worried when it comes to when Chelsea could do the deal for Xavi Simons. But one good thing that happened, I said that one, Chelsea would have to make some sales. See, people don't give Chelsea credit for the sales that they make for their players. How much Chelsea sold Ian Matheson, how much Chelsea sold Kepa Arrizabalaga, how much Chelsea has sold Jorge Petrovic, how much Chelsea has sold some of its players who have not been so important to their cause essentially, but they still get good money for them. And in recent times, everybody just talks about how much Chelsea have bought, how much Chelsea have bought. Okay, Chelsea are top player away, Chelsea have bought this player, and the Chelsea players now are too many. But again, the conversation and the most important thing that people have to understand is that for players, it's really, for teams, it's really about the net. The net is the most important thing. And I think that for someone like me, the onus lies on me to change the narrative. It's not just about what you bought. It's not just about expenditure. In football terms, if you want to make a cogent analysis of any situation, it's always expenditure minus revenue. That makes you know what the net is, or the made profit. And if you look at the kind of net that Chelsea is getting, the profits that they are getting from player sales and all of those things, you know that the club is well run in that regard. Still getting quality, spending on the players that they want to spend, but also selling the players that they have to sell and getting good money from them. Chelsea have sold Jorge Petrovic to Bournemouth somewhere in the region of 30 to 35 million. Then Arsenal, Noni Madueke around 52 million. They have sold again Arsenal, Mikel Arteta 5 million. Kepa Arrizabalaga 5 million. They have sold Marcus Bettinelli. Sold players across. And they've gotten good money for these players. When you add up this money, Chelsea last night, and when I say that people don't talk about it, it's not as if it's by force for people to talk about it, but it's an important part of the conversation where Saudi Chelsea in Commander, you need to make sure that at the end of the day, what Bosso say Chelsea for the top. When go Chelsea for the top players, but to be very honest with you, the sales that Chelsea make is super. It's like well-run club stuff at Chelsea Football Club. And I remember Sonny Maker said, before the Chelsea beats in here, Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato deal, they would want to do two more things. Okay, one more thing first. The first thing they want to do is that there has to be some sales. Into one of the closest sales that was Abrantia friend Renato Vega to Atletico de Madrid, or Renato Vega to Bayern Munich. For Bayern, we kept on saying, the fixation is on finalizing the deal for Luis Diaz. It's a better thing, say Bayern will go and do a deal for Renato Vega when they've not finalized Luis Diaz. Then Atletico de Madrid felt that 40 million for Renato Vega was a little bit too much. Then for João Felix, the conversation initially was that João Felix was going to go to Benfica. Into okay, fine. But João Felix ever called Benfica or Benfica, okay, yeah, trained you know. Now me kai say Benfica for no I say Benfica for no João Felix who's can. Why would you want to buy João Felix back for less than 20 million? Sikaro money is somewhere around 80 million. In fact, not just the funny a position community just 25 million crab over. Benfica for no chomo on your margin so big 25 million. At Chelsea were pushing that they should pay for Joao Felix. Then just last night, if you remember, I've done this story here where I've mentioned, say, the sporting director for Al Nassr is Cristiano Ronaldo's best friend. In fact, today, in the running and management of Al Nassr as a club, Cristiano Ronaldo has almost 80% of the decision making. Like they want to build a team for Cristiano Ronaldo. They'll be able to compete in the Asian Champions League. They'll be able to compete in the Saudi Pro League. And then also, in case they have any international competition, they'll be able to compete as well. So they've brought on Jorge Jesus, who is a Portuguese coach, to come to Al Nassr to come and coach. Then Cristiano Ronaldo's friend today is the one who is the sporting director for Al Nassr. So the story from Portugal from last night was that just when Chelsea were worried about Benfica and then Joao Felix deal and stuff like that, Al Nassr and then Cristiano Ronaldo's friend, the sporting director, and Cristiano Ronaldo himself put a call through to Jorge Mendes and said, Charlie, we want that your guy. We want Joao Felix. He called Joao Felix. In fact, Cristiano Ronaldo himself has spoken to Joao Felix that, see, we want you to come to Al Nassr. Come and play some football over here. You play consistent, and that means that there's a high possibility that the Portuguese coach, which is Roberto Martinez, will call you for the World Cup next year. So come in, let's play some good football over here. I think that everything is going to be successful for you when you come and we play some good football over here. Then, of course, what we are hearing is that is going to be 40 million. And what it means that Chelsea are going to make a lot of credit, a lot of profit on Joao Felix. Joao Felix now, 40 million profit from him. Way more than what the Benfica were trying to give them. And what we are hearing is that Al Nassr want to complete the deal for Joao Felix very, 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 very fast. So that is a very, very good positive for Chelsea getting Xavi Simons. A good positive for Chelsea edging close to the Xavi Simons though. See, in the last 2 or 3 days, Bayern have tried severally. Oma try aggressively. They have done a lot of things to try and sort of, I don't know whether the word is hijack or try and see if they can get Xavi Simons in their club. Bayern are interested in Xavi Simons. In fact, they are worried that they need players, attacking players of this level. And there is a player in the German Bundesliga for RB Leipzig. And then Chelsea are passing behind them to come and pick up the boy from RB Leipzig. The Bayern folk, they are not excited at all, especially for Max Eberl. But again, the focus more is on Luis Diaz. How can they finalize the Luis Diaz deal quickly? So they want to finish Luis Diaz and see they can mount a huge pressure on Xavi Simons and say, Charlie, forget about Chelsea and come and play for Bayern. We are a bigger club. We can get you more things than Chelsea will give you. At Chelsea, you're not going to be the main guy. You're going to compete with somebody. And you know, the reports coming from Leipzig is that Chelsea have 100% confirmation from the side of Xavi Simons. In fact, the reports is that Xavi Simons has said yes to Chelsea. He wants Chelsea, and he has turned down FC Bayern Munich. Yes, he has turned down Bayern Munich. He wants to play for Chelsea Football Club. And what Chelsea just have to do is to arrive at an agreement with RB Leipzig and then find a way to pay the money and then bring the boys to the club. And if you look at Xavi Simons in the last few days on Instagram, the last time out in a preseason friendly when he played, everybody could tell how Xavi Simons was excited, was playing well, he was giving his all to the club and stuff like that. Very, very good stuff. And at the end of the day, Chelsea wants him, but he has turned down FC Bayern Munich. In the last few hours, Bayern have done everything possible. Everything. They've pushed it. They've told him to wait, take their time. He is going to come in. They are going to come in to give him a better offer. He should come to Bayern. Xavi Simons is just 22 years. He's a young player. Chelsea believe that they get Xavi Simons. If you look at the comparison of the data between Xavi Simons and then Cole Palmer, it's an exciting one. It means that in games where Chelsea have struggled to get goals from Cole Palmer, in games where Cole Palmer hasn't been able to score, in games where Cole Palmer has failed to give you goals and assists and stuff like that, what is going to be very important is the fact that you will get a certain Xavi Simons who can also step up because he gives you assists, he gives you goal contributions, he gives you creativity, he gives you, the goals in itself. Everything that you want from him as a central creator, he gives you, and you can play him and then Cole Palmer together. Something that is top stuff. If you want to play Xavi Simons and then how he wants to play his games, how he wants to go on and play matches, no, he is going to be very, very important for Chelsea Football Club in there. But Chelsea, he has turned down by mentioned assistants now, and Chelsea are trying to push up and then finalize the deal for him. Then there is Jorrel Hato. Jorrel Hato there, he has made it clear to Ajax Amsterdam. Still, it's about Chelsea and club-to-club negotiations as stands now. Chelsea finalizing and convincing Ajax Amsterdam for that money. See, if you don't know Jorrel Hato and how good he is going to be or how good he can be, you think that people are just talking and saying nice things about the boy. See, the Jorrel Hato guy is not hype. I'm telling you today, it's not hype. Very, very good player. Excellently good player on all levels. Jorrel Hato's technical ability can make him better than Marco Correa. See, Marco Correa near thing, and he has difficulty yourself. Very, very difficult because he works hard. He works very, very hard. If Jorrel Hato will work as hard as Marco Correa, he will go to levels. If you watch some of the games, some of the interceptions that Jorrel Hato will make, some of the clearances, some of those things that Jorrel Hato will step up, win duels, the reading of the game as a centre back, stepping into midfield to nipping things in the bud, their ball playing ability, their overlapping runs, stepping outside, defending outside of the block, defending in the block, the game intelligence. Charlie, I'm telling you, this is the kind of player that can become better than Marco Correa. Essentially, what it comes down to is the fact that it really comes down to how well can Chelsea manage both players? How well can Chelsea manage both players in terms of who plays when, who plays there? And I think it's important because now Chelsea can comfortably play two left-footed centre backs as centre backs in games where Chelsea want to be really aggressive. They can play Cucurella and left back and play Hato in the Levi. They can play Cucurella and Levi and play Hato at centre back. And then Cucurella is going to be the left centre back in terms of when it becomes a back three. Levi becomes a CCB, and Chelsea can have, let's say, a Wesley Fofana or Reece James on the other side. When Chelsea don't want to overlap with Reece, that's in games where, let's say, they are starting with Estevao Willian. Then on the left hand side, Hato does the overlapping and then overlapping runs in there. And that is the technical bit of the game. And that's I keep on saying that what I like about Chelsea's transfer window this summer, it's not the names, it's not the players that are coming in. It's really about the versatility of almost every player they've bought this summer. See, take away Liam Delap, but everybody else Chelsea have brought in this summer has been in as a versatile player. And one of the things I hear most of the times you see the likes of Rahman and the likes talking about on Twitter is the fact that the sporting directors are very, very detailed when it comes to even the character trait of the players. What is their mental state? And one of the things is Xavi Simons and what he has gone through as a young chap and how that affects the team when he asks them solid mental base individually for them to come together, for them to go together, and for them to have a team that is literally unbeatable mentally. So when you add Jorrel Hato, who has been captain for Ajax Amsterdam, the youngest captain to play the most games for Ajax Amsterdam at age 17. He was age 17 when he captained Ajax Amsterdam. And then at age 19, for 2 years, he has been Ajax's leader. When Francesco Farioli was the coach of Ajax Amsterdam, he used to talk about the quality that Jorrel Hato brings to the team in terms of leadership. So at age 19, this guy is a leader. I keep on saying, you don't particularly need 34-year-old, 29-year-old, 28-year-olds to say you have an experienced team. Experience doesn't come with age. Experience comes with exposure. Somebody may have been 17, but they started early. They have 5 years under their belts. Somebody may have been 24. They probably didn't play at the highest level early. They don't have enough time under their belts. So really, it's about the exposure and the kind of games that these people have played. And Jorrel Hato comes in with top level in terms of exposure and what Chelsea most likely are going to get from him mentally for one. I mean, it's easy to talk about how good Jorrel Hato is as a player on the ball, off the ball, those things. It's easy. Everybody can say that. But really, the mental side of the game is the most important. And then once Chelsea can finalize the deal for Jorrel Hato, they have a gem. They really, really do have a gem. Yesterday, Arsenal went in there and then they unveiled Victor Gyökeres. Charlie, In the last few hours, I've been reading a story from the Athletic where apparently Benjamin Sesko's agents screwed up the deal for Benjamin Sesko to go to Arsenal. So that's why I kept on telling my friends, especially most Arsenal fans, NY Boateng, Coach Abdul Pomasi, and the likes, that it looked as if Arsenal's number one choice. I was shocked that Arsenal went in for Goalkeepers for two reasons. Physically, I mean, ability wise, I felt that Arsenal favored more Benjamin Sesko than Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres tend to thrive in large spaces. So teams that press Arsenal high, they'll try and be very aggressive on them. They'll leave spaces in behind. You trust Victor Gyökeres to get in behind them and hit them. But as a big six club in the English Premier League, Arsenal will play against more low blocks than they will play against teams that press them high. So I thought, okay, then they'll need somebody like Benjamin Sesko, who is much more better in terms of the spatial manipulation in tight spaces in the box and more of an instinctive striker than Victor. Of course, I keep on saying this. It's my refrain. At the end of the day, if any striker scores 40 goals or more, the guy scored 97 goals in 100 and something games. Charlie, that is mind-boggling. So you can't take anything away from him. He will try. He can't try. Apparently, Benjamin Sesko was the guy. Arsenal went in there for Benjamin Sesko. I've said it several times. See, the transfer window on the agent's part, it's purely marketing. Purely marketing. Forget about any other thing. It's about how your agent can market you, how they position you. It's like how people brand influencers and brand managers and brand whatever. They position brands. And if you have a little idea of how marketing works, you understand. These agents constantly want their commissions. Apparently, Sesko's agent wanted commission. He pushed for the commission. Arsenal felt that the commission was too much. It was the reason why Chelsea did not even go into the conversation for Benjamin Sesko. I'm telling you today, one of the reasons Chelsea did not go into the conversation for Benjamin Sesko was that the total package to make the deal happen was too expensive. How are you buying Benjamin Sesko for close to 120 million? It was too expensive when a chunk of that money also was in agent fees and commissions. Chelsea felt, Charlie, it was going to be a little bit too much. We can't do the deal for Benjamin Sesko. We will pull away from that deal when it comes to Benjamin Sesko conversation so that we find a way to do it. Arsenal pushed, they were close, spoke to Leipzig and the like. They were very, very close to getting the job done. The agent was fixated on the commissions that he was going to make. And at the end of the day, Arsenal pulled away from him. Apparently, just before the Goalkeeper deal got done, Sesko's agent called Andrea Barca, went to Barca and told Barca that, Charlie, we can reduce the commissions right now for you. Andrea Barca said, Massa, go and kick rocks. Your friend is saying, go and kick rocks. We will not reduce it. We don't want your player again. We don't want your player. We have spoken to Victor Gyökeres and then we are almost finalizing the deal for him. Charlie, now the boy is stuck with RB Leipzig. I said, unless Newcastle, if they sell Alexander Isak, then they will look at Victor Gyökeres to come in, and then probably Victor Gyökeres becomes their player. Look at Benjamin Sesko and the likes. Charlie, some of these agents, and one of the things that backed that claim was that when you look at the interview that Victor Gyökeres did for Arsenal in the unveiling, Victor Gyökeres says it in there that his agent reduced the commission. His commission, he reduced it. He slashed his commission so that the deal could come to fruition. And I think that is excellent stuff. As an agent, these are some of the things that you have to do for your client too. These are some of the things to push the brand forward. If you don't do that and your player struggles, then you are in trouble. PSG are closing in on a new goalkeeper. Still, the deal with Gianluigi Donnarumma, they have not finalized that deal yet. I said the last time that if you don't take care, Gianluigi Donnarumma going back to AC Milan may open up the way, may open up the doors for Mike Maignan to go to Chelsea in January or maybe this summer. If Chelsea will go into the market and talk about any other goalkeeper, it is going to be if hinged on this deal, the deal of Paris Saint-Germain, almost done with Lucas Chevalier, 22 years of age from Lille. And he's a player that was, last season in the French Liga himself, and then what's the name? Jogi Petrovic were two of the best goalkeepers in the French League. And we're expecting that, teams would come for him. Lucas Chevalier and his Paris Saint-Germain most likely once Lucas Chevalier moves to Paris Saint-Germain, if you don't take care, Gianluigi Donnarumma is going to move to AC Milan. I mean, I've seen his agent trying to push Gianluigi to Chelsea. Chelsea are not interested in Gianluigi. He's not ball playing goalkeeper. Gianluigi most likely go to AC Milan, and then it opens up the way for Mike Mignon to come to Chelsea and then get the job done over the Milan Skriniar to Fenerbahce is on huge deal for Jose Mourinho. Malik Fofana to Everton is also a deal that is going to be on, and then of course Luis Diaz almost getting the job done for Abantia Yefreno. For what's the name? Luis Diaz always going to Bayern, and of course Malik Fofana to Everton as well. Let's go to curtain here. We'll be back in the course of the day. Today, 3 videos all from the house. See you. Bye bye.